Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Houston Astros. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And today's starter, Framber Valdez. What do we need to know here?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
All right, ready to get underway. This is Corbin Carroll. That one finds the zone, and we are underway. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
They really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
0-2 now. He goes down looking.
Well, he locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And you know, with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you've got to be ready to swing it. That time it cut to the outside part of the plate, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's Ketel Marte. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Valdez, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. On the ground, Altuve gathers and throws to first. They get the out on Marte. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Two outs.
Ball, no.
And now 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Two down, nobody on. And now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Walker, the runner at first with 2 gone. Snap throw to first, and he's back in there. The pitch. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swings and misses, struck him out. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And now the Astros go to work for the first time. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the slab here, Zach Gallen. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, right. He's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming on the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones. He became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
The line to kick the pitch. That one out to right. And it falls. So a man on base to start the inning.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a long dart in there, and he found a way.
Now it's Alex Bregman. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And ball one. One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went to Arizona for Jazz Chisholm. That one ripped. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Batting third, the designated.
Now we check out the Astros lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
If they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. Jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Here's Yordan Alvarez.
1-0.
And the first offering is not close. And the righty deals. That one finds the corner, and the count is 1-1.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Hit hard. That gets through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
He was all over that one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
First and second, one out. Jose Abreu up to hit. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Yo, one. Hammered, and now maybe extra bases. Coming home. One runs in. Save, he beats it. And they take a 2-run lead.
That's a big attack coming through the clutch to drive in a pair. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
One out, runner at second. Here's Kyle Tucker. In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. A gigantic blast. It's 4-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat move. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Base is empty, one away. So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, 2 away.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
2 outs, base is empty. Chas McCormick up next for the Astros. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it. That's outside, and it's 2-0. Swinging a foul straight back. And here it comes. This ball's chopped on the ground. Perdomo on to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. On to the second inning now from Minute Maid Park. It's the Astros 4 and the Diamondbacks nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. There's a strike.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well. Really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
In the air, right field. Tucker on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
That is it. The third baseman,
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Valdez. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. That one finds the zone. 1-2. Got it. 2 out.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Alec Thomas now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. 2 outs.
Yep.
Pitch is in there. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still, 1-2 count. And another ball.
It's a good take.
This one blasted the other way, down the line, and it's a foul ball. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Line drive. Now that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Left field. McCormick pulls it down, and that's the third out. One left for the Diamondbacks. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. And a pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball. 1 strike.
That one off the mark, and it's 1-1. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And a good eye there.
2-2.
And down on strikes. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting ninth.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake Myers. And a foul ball. Strike 2.
0-2.
In the air to left center. Perdomo settles under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. He led off the bottom of the first with a single and then came in to score. That just misses. 1-0. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul. Now before the 1-1, time is called. Here's a 1-1. Gets under it and pops it up. And they get Altuve for the out. And that is the third out of the inning. Astros are down quietly. They lead 4-0. Back here in Houston, top half of the third inning. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
He's not the power guy, but he can hurt you to all parts of the ballpark.
Valdez back to work. And that's down and away. Perdomo, an all-star a season ago, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 2-0. The pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And that one is going to go. And they close the gap. It's 4-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely. No doubt off the bat. can be pretty dangerous when you fall behind in the count 2-0. You've still got to try to find a way to keep that hitter off balance. Well, he wasn't able to do it there. The hitter did a nice job of turning that pitch around, not missing it in a hitter's count.
Corbin Carroll swings it now. Good power, and he's homered off some really big names early in his career.
Yeah, Boog, his first home run was against Yu Darvish. He also got to Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer shortly after. It's easy to gain confidence when you're having success against the biggest names in the sport.
And he deals. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Marte stands in now and watches strike one. One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That catches the top part of the zone. 0-2 now.
No ball. 2 strikes.
In the air, left field. They get the out on Marte. And there's 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The batter, number 3. Designated
Here's
hitter.
Jack Peterson. Struck out swinging his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. Two outs. Just missed.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Out towards left center. And that'll fall for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Myers pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Diamondbacks draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. As we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Astros, Alex Bregman. And the right-hander back to work. Splits the plate. 0-1.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
And the pitch. And strike 2.
0-2.
And there's a ball.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Time called. Popped up. Suarez under this one. And there's one down.
The batter, number 44. Designated hitter, Yordan.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And he grounds one back up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he beats the throw. He's safe. One down. Next to hit, Jose Abreu. A double and a run scored his first time up. Up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. Marte throws to first in time. What a play. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. On to inning number 4. It's the Astros 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Start of the 4th, and here is Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
As the lefty gets to work.
No.
Breaking ball inside. And that's ball 1.
Well, these Diamondbacks doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That's out to center field. Myers drifts towards it and puts the squeeze on that one. 1 up, 1 down.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Now up next for Arizona, Alek Thomas. And he's already singled in this game. Bounce to the left side. Throws to first in time. Here's Gurriel.
Now batting.
He's 0 for 1.
Lourdes Gurriel.
And it's fouled away. Here comes a pitch. And that one sliced foul. And they'll do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two down, nobody on. It's softly on the ground to third. And foul ball. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Diamondbacks down quickly, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Kyle Tucker. So now here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player. And he grounds one to the right side. Marte throws to first in time. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
The batter, the catcher, Yainer.
Now the catcher up to hit, Yainer Diaz. 0 for 1, popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
One out, runner at second. And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. Ripped to short. Throws to first in time. And stepping in is the speedy Jeremy Pena. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. That one misses. Ball 1.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Hard ground ball, base knock. Around third. He will score. It's 5-1.
Picks himself up at RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
2 outs, runner at first. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. Down the line. And that will drop foul.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Thomas sizing this one up. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Valdez back to work. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these D-backs just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Kicks and fires. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The pitch. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
Carroll stands in here, takes ball 1 low. The Diamondbacks down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's to third, and that's just foul. So now 1-2.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Just missed.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Two outs, base is empty. At the plate, Ketel Marte. That's in there, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
And that one ripped to left. They get the out on Marte. And that is that. So 1-2-3 go to Diamondbacks. They're down 5-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. The wind and the pitch.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. 3rd player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio. Those are the two others, and that's some great company, Boog.
Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He doesn't have a throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Now batting, the third baseman, Allen.
Torey Lovullo is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here. Zach Gallen done for the night, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Luis Frias comes on now.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Man at first, Alex Bregman will hit next. This one in the air, right field. Thomas makes the grab on the run. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros. And a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Altuve coming home. The relay to the plate. He'll score easily. It's 6-1.
Couldn't time it up any better than that. Got a good pitch to drive. Stayed short with his back path to the ball and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
So a man aboard, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Jose Abreu. On the ground to third. Suarez throw to first in time. That takes care of Abreu.
The right fielder, number 30,
Kyle Tucker up next for the Astros. There's a swing and a drive. And that should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 7-1. And that's a double.
Comes through with the RBI. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And it's off the wall, but foul. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a high fly ball in the air, left field. That one carrying. Makes the catch up against the wall. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Astros 7 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back here in Houston.
Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Christian Walker.
Brian Abreu gets the ball now.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The pitch. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Abreu, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Close, but call the ball. And a count 2-1.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control and command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Now batting.
Man at first. And now Jack Peterson. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases. It's 7-3.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How he do that? When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up, because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Next to hit for Arizona, Gabriel Moreno.
1-0.
Not close with that one, and that is ball one. That's down and in. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
The 2-1. Foul ball there.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
The third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. That pitch gets the inside corner. It's 0-1. Ball one there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. Bounce to the right. Altuve throws to first in time. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Alek Thomas. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Thomas, 23 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
The Astros leading by 4, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Minute Maid Park. Well, we go bottom 6. And now, Chas McCormick. The pitch. And he can't come up with it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Leadoff man aboard on the air, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning. Not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
Jeremy Pena, the next to hit. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
McCormick gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
The 1-1.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
On its way to the corner, and that's a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That misses. 2-2. Here's a rocket out to left. Gurriel handles the chance. So up next, Jake Myers. First offering misses badly for ball one. hit into right center field. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Altuve stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Runners at first and second with one gone here in the bottom of the sixth. Center field. Carroll moving under it. Puts it away for the out.
Third baseman number 2.
And now it's Alex Bregman. In the air, foul off first. Walker makes the catch, and that's the inning. 2 left for the Astros. Back here in Houston, now here is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Abreu back to work. Yeah, there's the strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swinging a drive, deep right field. Tucker going back and out of here. And they cut into the deficit. It's 7-4.
He's bringing the thunder in a rainstorm. How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out? A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it. And got all of it.
And the batter now, Geraldo Perdomo. That one to first, and he takes it himself for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Ball.
That one missed. That's inside.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
On the ground, right side. Over to Abreu. That's out number 2.
The batter.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. And they get the out after the ricochet. That ends the frame. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 7-4. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Yordan Alvarez. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And that one handled. Beats the second. Out there. To Walker, and that's 2.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast. His fans were just still getting into their seats here at the ballpark. So if you showed up late to this one, you missed out on a big moment early on.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider. Down and away. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Ryan Thompson getting ready to go. Man supply also getting ready. 2 outs. He swings and fouls one off. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And the batter now, Diaz. That's a hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Waste no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
McCormick stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. The Astros trying to break this one open. Here, the bottom of the 7th.
Got
And
the
another
ball.
ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Fought off foul. Two on, 2 outs. In the air, left field. Gurriel handles the chance. 2 left for the Astros. They hold a 7-4 lead. Ready to begin the 8th, and now it's Christian Walker.
First baseman, Christian.
Got to keep things airtight.
So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 71, Josh Hader.
And a pitch. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. And they cut into the lead. It's 7-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Swing and a ball hammered. Left field. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Part of what makes Hader's fastball so unique is that he gets carry on the fastball up in the zone, and yet he grips it like a sinker. So technically his fastball is labeled as a sinker. 1 down, base is empty. And Hader's been one of the best strikeout pitchers in all of baseball. The pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2. That's a little bit low. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 8th. Pitch misses there. 3-2 now.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That one is absolutely belted. On the move. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. The throw into second, and he's got a double.
Just a great at bat right there. Saw a lot of pitches. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One down. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Eugenio Suarez. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Tying run at the plate. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. And ball one. The 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Moreno leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Out to short, Pena. Throws to first in time.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Randall Grichuk.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boo. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Flips the corner, 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Tucker on a dead sprint, racing back. See you later. That one felt good. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tie it up. It's 7-7. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. It's so tough to come in as a pinch hitter and have success. I mean, you really have to keep yourself locked into the game and ready at any time. So it's always impressive to me when someone jumps in there and hits it out. It's a huge lift for your ball club as well.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0. Gurriel gets a piece. Two down, nobody on. Lifted in the air, right field. Tucker puts it away, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And we're deadlocked here at 7-7. You're watching Major League Baseball. So remaining in the game defensively, Randall Grichuk. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers to the left side, but it is well foul.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
There's a strike. On a line. And that one is gone. He powers that one out of here. It's 8-7. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Ryan Thompson.
And we all know about a slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Digging in, Jake Myers. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Nobody on, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Bunting for a hit, and it goes just foul.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Out towards right center field. Grichuk drifts towards it. Hauls it in for the out.
Up next to the Astros.
So the Houston lineup turns over.
Baseman.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. And that one hammered. That's back there. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time.
Up next to the Astros.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for the Astros, Alex Bregman. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. And that ball is gone. Second home run of the inning for them. It's 9-7. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now a chance for Yordan Alvarez. And that's a base hit. So Jose Abreu now gets a chance with 2 gone.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now Jose Abreu bunts it towards the mound. Tosses to first. That ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Last chance. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And here it comes. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate, and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
With the tying run at the plate, you're at the top of the 9th.
1-2.
Not even close there. And the count 1-2. And another ball. In the air, left side. McCormick has it sized up. Brings it in. And there's one away. He's 2 outs away. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. A switch hitter batting right. First pitch just misses.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
1-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
1 strike away. And that one a little below the knees. 2-2. stays alive. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
We saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. A couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one, considering all the runs put up. Really wild.
And 9-7 is the final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 9 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 8 runners on base. For the Diamondbacks, 7 runs, 11 hits, with 1 error.